Hello, and welcome to hour number 14 of the 24-hour Indy Radio second annual podcast. I am your host, Kinte, all the way live from Los Angeles, California, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I am joined by the one and only Aaron Riggs. How you doing, man?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing, Kinte?
I'm excellent. Just to warn you, you're about to hear an echo. It's going to be hello, and welcome to our. Sorry about that. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm happy to be here with you. As I was saying, and this is the redo. I had the pleasure of meeting you a couple of times, and and hearing your comedy. You stand up. You do stand up comedy, and I'm so excited to have you on. I'm glad that you're part of the Get Vocal community, and I'm glad that you do put out content. For those who may not know anything about you, just kind of give us a little background on who you are.
Um, I'm just kind of it's hard to put a label on me. I've done some technology, I've done business. I'm kind of a free spirit. One of my favorite sayings is, I do what I want and I expect the same. If you don't know what you want to do, no worries, I'll tell you what to do. Just kind of a joke, if you didn't, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm doing what I want. I do
Right.
expect the same from you. So please do what you want. Um, and
Mhm.
yeah, I like digital business. Um, I'm just, like I said, a free spirit. I kind of just enjoy life. I've done some comedy, done a little bit of this and that. I've got a background in business on leadership and executive roles, executive planning.
Mhm.
And I just
And
try and have fun. I have fun, like playing and having fun with good, cool people.
yeah, man, I think a lot of us we don't realize you do have to stop and then smell the roses and enjoy life too. I mean, your grind can't be everything because you go crazy, right? So it's good to just enjoy life and be in the moment at times, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's what it's all about. We don't have anything else other than this moment now. You can be caught up in the past. You can be caught up for trying to project the future, but you know, this instant is the only thing that we really have access to. A little kind of a catchphrase that I've used. I call it the infinite instant because you're always in the now.
Right. The
And
infinite
when
instant.
you can, yeah, forever in the now. I mean, forever. You can't get to the future. You can never reach the past. So you just remember right now is my infinite instant. You move from there. You make your next play, next move in your game of life.
Wow, that's well said. Um, Now, where are you from originally?
I am originally from the central coast of California.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, Cali.
yeah, I down in Santa. I was born in Santa Barbara. I lived in Washington, Oregon for a few years, but basically from grammar school until college, high school, anywhere from Santa Barbara up to Santa Cruz, just on the central coast.
Mm. I spent some time in
California,
Santa
right in the
Barbara.
middle. About
I spent some time in Santa Barbara. I love Santa Barbara. It's beautiful.
oh, it's nice. It used to be. I think it used to be a lot nicer. Even the town I was born in and grew up in grammar school.
Hmm.
It's changed. With the city, even out here. I remember coming out to North Hollywood to visit my grandmother when I was a kid, and driving through the valley and driving through Simi and all that. And it has just grown up from just empty fields to every square inch is populated and businesses and no empty lots, no empty fields. It's really changed.
Mm. It doesn't have that same feel that you grew up on.
Yeah, even in the Central Coast, I mean, it's halfway between San Francisco and LA, so it's kind of, in the middle of quaint town, Quaintville. And that even that area has totally changed. Everything's just, modernized, computers, cameras everywhere. It's really interesting how technology has manifested a lot of things as far as, social communication, um,
Mm.
how people connect, how people meet friends.
Yeah, there
Really
is like
opened up a
this.
lot.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's this barrier in between us, like, and sometimes it's a digital barrier. Sometimes it's we put it, ourselves up. And I just like to get out and meet people. I like to get out, have conversations. I like to be in the moment, Uh, I know we're all like kind of slaves to our cell phones and and whatnot. And sometimes it's just good to just have conversations with people in, face to face and enjoy people like that. But as someone who loves technology, that's a beautiful thing. Like you can talk to somebody on the other side of the world, it shrinks the planet, but then I
Hmm.
don't know. It seems like there's a loss too associated with it as well. But anyway,
Most
uh,
things most things do have two edges.
right, and you can't say one is bad or whatever is different. Um, so we brought you on to talk about your current project and website, Manifestation Game. Please give us a little insight into it.
All right. Well, like you were saying, with technology opening doors and at the same time creating barriers. I mean, obviously, I can turn my camera on and you can see my cool sunglasses, which I'll change here in a little bit, or turn it off and go behind an avatar. And so we can create these avatars online, like you were talking on your earlier show. Like you can create these social media avatars, pages, or even groups for specific focuses. And at the same time, you can create these barriers. So you're making this like the manifestation game group. Okay. So we're putting on a group in social media that has that specific thing. So the people that are interested are going to gravitate, they're going to find it, they're going to start connecting. So that's a real good thing that technology does. And then like I said, you try and meet somebody online and they're going to give you this social media front that isn't 100% them. So
Right.
these barriers are there, but they're also open. And the manifestation game, the background of it is these, kind of the things that I like. It brings play into the fold. It brings a group of live people because it's a game. It's not just a website. It's not just an online game. In fact, the online version is way different than the physical version.
Mm.
You see, so the digital version is just online, trying to capture the essence and has a little bit more flexibility as far as what I can do and it display and how to display it. But the game itself is more interactive. When you have a physical game that you're sitting down with your physical friends in an offline situation, a meetup or a group, it's a lot more socially interactive. It's a lot more fun. And so these aspects are built into the game, are built into the psychology of manifesting also. And, so the psychology of manifesting, it affects the subconscious mind. And when you can get into that childlike, game like, fun, exciting, it affects emotions, it affects your serotonin, neurochemicals, neuroplasticity. and you begin to mold your subconscious, because that's always been one of my things, if you will. How to access the subconscious mind, how to mold the subconscious thoughts to where your activities, your nature, your energy is aligned for your optimal preference. Oh, you got the website up. Nice. Hey, Kinte,
Yeah.
could you do me a favor? I don't know if I press Messenger, that might draw me off. But I wanted
Okay.
to invite Leah and also Manifestation James,
Sure.
um,
Sure.
if they can get into the broadcast. Some audio background noise. So I don't know if he's got that resolved, and I don't know if Leah is available, but she said that she might jump in.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, it looks like you got the page up there. But yeah, that's the website, and so manifesting has kind of been my thing. You know, I've I've kind of lived on miracles. I've grown to expect miracles in a lot of different ways. And it's always been kind of a vision of mine to align myself with playful funness, you know, playing fun, doing fun stuff with people I enjoy, while also, you know, creating these realities, manifesting, if you will, manifesting my preference, if you will.
Wow.
And so it really has kind of built up to this point in my life where, okay, how many different ways can you teach someone the law of attraction? How many different ways can you help someone access their subconscious and deal with neuroplasticity and retrain themselves and retrain their brain to bring in their preferred reality? And that's where the game, you know, started from. Okay. So the website's still load, but there is some nice stuff up there, some pages. There's probably some grammar errors. Um,
Hmm.
but the digital game is a bit different, but it kind of goes along the same mindset of playing your way through your manifestations. What do you want to manifest, Kente?
I want to manifest. I want to manifest me completing my book.
Okay, excellent. That's an excellent manifestation. And so through the process of playing the game, in a sense, it taps into, in a way, not necessarily a self accountability, but it taps into the human nature of wanting to play and do something fun, something I enjoy,
Hmm. Your
focusing
audio
on
came down a little bit. Oh, there you
oh,
go.
did it?
Yeah. Now you're good.
Okay, yeah, the microphone shifted. Yeah, so you know, you hear these things like write it into reality,
Hmm.
right? You've heard of that. You write it down, you make it reality. So
Hmm.
both the digital and the game includes that aspect, to where you write down your desired outcome. For instance, you would write down, I want to write my book. And then through the play, you're given, you know, however you decide to play it, because there's many different aspects to that too. And the rule book, which is my third book, or fourth book, depending if you include Empower the Imagination Manifesto. Um, it gives that child mind, that emotional, playful, anything is possible in the game of play, a chance to come to your consciousness, a, a chance to seep into your subconscious. So as you play out these different scenarios in the game, you access these different parts of the game. You can imagine your reality becoming what you were desiring, what your preference was. I want to make the book. You can see it in many different lights, many different perspectives. So as you gain 100 different possibilities of, hey, this is possible this way, this is possible that way, this is possible 100 different ways until sunshine way, it taps into your subconscious mind, allowing you to, in a sense, accept and realize that it's possible 100 different ways till sunrise. So you're engaged in your emotion, you're engaged in play, you're engaged in stuff you enjoy. You go out to your day and you can't help but realize synchronicities of your gameplay to reality. It's not going to pan out exactly. You're not going to play the game and say, oh, this is exactly how it's going to happen. But manifesting and law of attraction doesn't work like that. Once you're open to the fact that it could happen 100 ways till sunrise, you allow it to happen. You get into that energy that it's going to happen no matter what way I go. It allows your imagination to open up to any possibilities, not necessarily the gameplay, but that gameplay opens the door. So that is the pretext of it, I guess.
Through playing the game, do you learn things about yourself?
Yes. That's where the game came from. It was a self-development. Also, I wanted to bring in the aspect of teamwork or family or, group project groups, because then you have a common manifestation that everyone can play off of the same manifestation, you see. So now we're all on the same page. We're all open to the possibility of this impossible thing becoming a reality in 100 different ways. We synchronize our energies because we're all on the same page. We're all making different plays towards the same end game.
It's similar to like sex magic, that's the idea of you manifest things, but in that case, it's through sex. Like, have you ever heard that?
As far as like pagan Odinism, uh, Viking runes, any old,
Yeah,
how
they
do we say,
believe that if you while you have sex, you think about, you try to manifest what you want, and through the act of having sex, that it
oh, like
happens.
a tantric,
Yeah, something like
tantric
that.
meditation.
Yeah. So, which is interesting though, like I always feel like in order to get to where you want to get to, you have to believe it first, right? You got to believe that you can get there. And it's hard to get somewhere if you don't have belief in yourself that you can do it. And sometimes your belief, because some people will say, oh man, that's crazy, there's no way, you could do that or whatever. But if you don't believe it in yourself, you'll never get to where you need to get to. So, and there's something
Mm-hmm,
about
mm-hmm.
it's something about the confidence that comes with that is alluring to others. And a lot of times your confidence and your belief in something will get other people to sign on to help you get to where you need to get to, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
so I really like this idea of you know it's really about really believing in yourself, right?
In a sense,
Mm-hmm.
believing that it's possible, and like
Right.
you were saying with the sex magic,
Uh-huh.
the game taps into that same aspect of tying into your emotions, tying
Right.
into that enjoyment of life, something that you like to do, that you want to do, that you're already going to think about regardless. So now you're attaching this manifestation in a sense similar to maybe a talisman or a mantra or a rune
Mm-hmm.
or a sigil. I don't know if you're familiar with those
Hmm.
terms?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, because those are all different schools of thought, schools of manifesting, and so that all ties into this game. Like I said, we're tying it into that emotional aspect where you're going to be thinking about something you enjoy, something that was
Right.
fun, something that was exciting, something that was engaging your emotions to get you excited about life, about the possibility, turns into a probability, turns into, man, there's so many different ways to make this happen. How can it not happen? It shows you how believable it is. You might get into the game and be like, I don't believe this could happen. And you ride it, you play a couple rounds, you're like, okay, I could see it maybe working out this way. You play a couple more rounds, you're like, oh man, it could work out that way too, or this way too. Now you have 100 different ways where it's showing you through gameplay, engaging your emotions, of how possible it is in 100 different ways possibility. That that creates a confidence, like you're saying. That creates, how can I not believe this is going to manifest? I'm looking at 100 different ways where it could possibly manifest.
Mm.
So
Um.
it's like that. And yeah.
So this is this is something that. How did this come to you as far as, um, wanting to do this and having this belief system?
Just through life, I've been through so much. I've studied so many different ways of positive transformation, self growth, creating your reality. All these Tony Robbins, who are the new guys, Grant Cardone, all these big motivational people. You start studying this stuff. You pick up a book on hermetics. You read a few articles about manifesting, and you apply it to your life, and things happen. And you're like, whoa, hey, you mean if I look at it this way, if I do it this way, things are going to happen in my favor, create my preference? Okay, how does that work? What are the mechanics behind that? It took some psychology, took some marketing. How do we market to ourselves? What is hypnosis about? Can we hypnotize? Self hypnosis? What happens in our dream states? What happens in our subconscious mind? So all this is culminating in something that's fun, easy to learn, easy to play, very simple how it applies. It attaches emotion and fun to your manifestation. It shows you many different ways. And so that's like how it all built up. And then, me and a friend were talking, talking about different ways to do business, different ideas for business. How can you engage? We're talking flashcards, we're talking tarot, we're talking, what I love, gamification of life. You know, how do we gamify everything I do? How do I make sure that when I get into a business situation, I'm having fun so that I can engage those neurochemicals to create neuroplasticity to where I could be more engaged, more present in the moment of the actual play, not call it work. So I've always been into gamification, productive
Hmm.
play. How can I play and be productive and increase my productivity? How do I take, these boring ass board meetings where we're, oh, this, that, and it was like, that's never going to work, and turn it into something fun and engaging to where everyone's looking for, oh my gosh, we get to go play manifestation game meeting today. Get excited and share ideas and see how things could work. Now that boring ass, sorry for the, I know we're on radio, I don't know if I can say that word, them
Oh no, go
boring
ahead.
meetings, them freaking a asshole slave driving fingernails on the chalkboard meetings about what needs to be done in the office turn to gamification. So I've always looked for a way to do that. Once we started talking, it was mentioned a couple times. We're like, man, it's like we're playing a manifestation game. A couple different people were talking about it. I'm talking with my friend about it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, Kinte.
Mm.
Really. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was literally like wide awake, all excited, and bam. You ever have one of them power naps that just hit you like a ton of bricks?
Yes.
And you
Love it.
wake up and everything is perfectly clear?
Yes.
Yeah, so something like that happened, hit me like a ton of bricks. I find myself sleeping for a couple hours in some, I do a lot of dream stuff. So I really enjoy astro projecting, using osmosisal learning, because what I've learned is, through dream states, you can process a lot of things. Right? When I was learning school, I would read these books the night before the final, just scan them, apply as much speeding reading as I can, and fall asleep. And in my dreams, I would dream about all these things I just read. I would still be processing. So when I woke up, I will get the highest score on the test.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is where, some of my interests about dream time and dream space. So I wake up from this dream where I'm playing this game in a language I don't understand, in symbols I don't understand, and it's just laid out in front of me, the whole creation of, how this game influences reality and the human mind. And it was weird because even in the dream, it's like, okay, you're going to find the people that are going to do this. I just need to worry about the business structure,
Hmm.
the business filing. And so, boom, I wake up from this dream, telling my friend about it. And they were, really, you know, gave it a good aspect of where it's going today because of what we were discussing as far as like cards, just regular playing cards or tarot cards or oracle cards. In my dream, they weren't cards. They were like glowing symbols. And so to translate those languages into a game, into modern human language, it's all part of it, Odinism, okay, Wicca. It's all tied in to the fabric of the universe. Our position as human beings, being able to perceive and in fact create our own reality, ties right into gamification, ties right into my desire to work with awesome people, to do awesome things and have fun. And so, yeah, it came down to a lot of bricks and tacks. Went and actually searched for the patent trademark office for the trademark. The trademark was available. So I filed that immediately. I hadn't even developed the game yet. Hadn't even
Mm.
shared the aspects of the language that I was shown, and how that relates to everything that we already know about humanity. Oh my gosh, this Leah the life coach, she was there. She was sharing all these cards and stuff, and really been helping direct the development of this whole thing.
Hi. I'm so excited about it. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Hi, Kinte. Hi, Aaron.
How you doing?
Oh,
You know what's so
nice.
interesting? Our next program is about coaching life and life coaching. Um,
Really?
yeah. So and it's funny, it just kind of happened that way. So, um, but no. So, Leah, give us some of your thoughts about the manifestation game and the idea of manifesting what you want out of life.
No, definitely. We have so much power that we have not been able to tap into because of societal norms that we have to give into. Making money, working, taking care of family, having responsibilities, just things like that. So I think it's really great to collaborate with Aaron on this project and bring play back into life, because I feel like everyone's living for a life that they see off in the distance for tomorrow. When I I do this, when this happens, or this or that, or when I get this. And life is happening right now before us. And we have the power to make it into whatever we deem, enjoyable and awesome and great in life. And we just need to realize that and really tap into that. And instead of giving you another burden or another task to do or a goal or something, we wanted you to enjoy your now. We wanted you to do little small things like manifesting a cup of coffee, to see that you're powerful and that you can do it. Manifesting something that the universe just has that just speaks to you on that day. Giving you that organic confidence to know that if you can do it on that small level and believe in it on that level, and do that power, that you can do it on bigger levels. So we want to take people from the very minuscule level of manifesting into the great powerful levels of doing like life experiences and their manifestations and manifesting the dream like they've always dreamed of.
Oh wow. And how much of it though, like, is changing the way, kind of unwiring the way that we see the world and see, how to get to certain places? Because I mean, I think a lot of us, we defeat ourselves, you know?
Definitely. A lot of it could be about unwiring and doing that. And that is something that we should focus on and become a very collective society in doing. But this game is even simpler than that. It is just to show you your power and techniques to tap into it, things that you can willfully do it at will. You don't have to wait. You don't have to ask. You don't have to beg. You can command. You can create. You can manifest.
I love it. Um, okay, so let me ask this question as well. Um, w- what age do you think you should start exposing people to this idea, this concept, this game?
In the birth, in the belly, I think we should be playing manifestation, frequencies, vibrations, megahertz, all kind of things like that to our fetuses inside the body,
Mm,
starting with ourselves to stomachs. And then as they get older, I think it should be a way of life to empower people. I would not understand why we would agree that we have powers that we haven't tapped into, but take no steps to teach them, hone them, um, grow them, whatever the case may be. I think that is a thing that we need to do, because everything that we need is within us. And we are creating even the world that we live in, the one that we complain about, the one that we feel is unjust and is not fair, or does whatever. We have created it by accepting, by flowing with that acceptance of that's what that is. We can stand up and create whatever we need. And if we made it like it was normal and it was acceptable to start to teach this from birth, it would be a whole nother generation coming after us and create a ripple effect that would change the world and turn it upside down.
wow. I like that though. You said from the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Definitely.
that's powerful stuff. I know
Um,
that my son, I would read, and he when they do the like little regular tests on your verbal cognition and ability and vocabulary level, how many words you know, and the doctor didn't believe me. He's like, no, he shouldn't have that many words. He's only, whatever, a year old. And my son straight up asked him a question that it just no kid his age should have known that. And I do attribute a big part of that to reading to him while he was in the womb. I think that's a very powerful um, aspect that people don't realize, is that they pick up that vibration, that sound, um, and everything. And then also, like you were saying, as far as like coaches, life coaches, this is a life coach game, and I don't know. Leah is helping guide the direction of exactly where this is going as far as meetups or using it as a coaching tool. But I think it would be amazing for like life coaches to play this game with their clients. It's incredibly powerful.
We
I
would
don't know, Leah,
actually
if you have.
Yeah, we would actually like
thoughts.
to like open up some certifying for them, for like showing them and really teaching them the ins and out of how to take someone from zero knowledge of manifestation powers to, you know, just being a master of their manifestation powers. So we would like to definitely train people to be able to facilitate that with their clients and give them a formula that is a definitely a formula of creation and empowerment. So definitely we will be rolling something out for professionals like myself and Jeremy and you, Aaron, as well, to use with clients and to be able to certify and train people to teach this the way that it is effortlessly, you know, like so everyone can obtain it and grasp it and learn it.
And there's no barrier really when it comes
None.
to being able to do it, right?
None. There are no barriers except for the ones that you provide on your universal beliefs that we've been instilled with since birth, when we were in the womb, when we came out, watching TV, what our parents told us no to, just those kind of limitations that have been presented to us and that we have accepted. Those would be limitations that we would then unfold by playing the game and creating just to know that you can manifest something even in the smallest manner can teach you that you can manifest it in the largest manner. So even though it is a game and it is playful, it will have real life effects on your life, your perspective, your training and muscle memory of being able to manifest.
Hmm. Does okay? I don't know what if you guys are Christian or whatever. Do you feel like this conflicts with any kind of religious beliefs, or does it go hand in hand?
Aaron, you want to take it?
I will take that. I believe that it absolutely has to go hand in hand. If anyone claims to be a person of faith, they once you get I'm a person of faith, so I realize that there's a certain aspect of wanting to know the truth. Okay, um, I sometimes call myself a seeker of truth. So that's you know um, very very powerful in not only Christianity, but if you look at Islam or Judeos or any other non-Abrahamic tradition or belief system, truth is very very important, and also in the aspects of Jesus Christ the Savior himself walking on faith, because when you get into the science of neuroplasticity, you get into the technicalities of rewiring the brain. It's scientifically proven, as far as religious aspects of saying, you know, be happy, be good, realize you have faith to create miracles. And my life has been full of miracles to where I rely on them. I know that it don't matter where you put me, a miracle is all there is. And so it ties in very deeply to being okay. And yes, I know we're talking about modern um, kind of media and programming, social programming, and there are many people that are not open to these aspects. But that's what this was intended to do, is to show people that they are a lot more than just a human. That they are, a brother in the universe, a brother and sister in the universe, in all of universal creation. It shows them how to have faith in themselves,
Hmm.
as far as like Leah's saying, taking these little small things. You know, I can do a little bit. Oh wow, I can do that a little bit easy. I can do a little more. I can do a little more. Ties into scientific psychology. Ties into esoteric Gnosticism as far as hidden knowledge. It ties into absolutely mainstream Christianity, mainstream Islam, mainstream Buddhists, um, mainstream Judaism, and many of the other splinters of any of that. Because in essence, from what I understand, it's a universal. Even the tech people and the singularity and all that. It it's a source.
Yeah. I
It's
I
and
think
you
it'd be
are
an
source.
instrumental tool to bring you actually closer to your spirituality and your faith.
Mm.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so that's my take on it, Leah. I don't know if you have anything to add about.
That was my ad.
You
That was my an instrumental tool to bring you closer to your spirituality and your faith.
And
Yeah, I mean, because you're Christian and you're practicing that you are a brother of Christ and that you have the same rights and responsibilities to hone those powers of healing, then yes, this will help you be closer to the spiritual, be closer to your true self, be closer to your relationship with that higher power, the source, God, whatever. I don't know all different languages, but I'm sure there's different words for the same thing. As
Right.
Shakespeare said, a rose by any other name would still be a rose.
I thought Tupac said that. I'm
That
only kidding. I'm
He
only
did.
kidding. Mhm. All right. So, um, now how can people and when can people get their hands on it?
We are planning to launch the Kickstarter pre-launch for the physical game.
Hmm.
I believe Leah has it on her website for pre-order. I believe
yes,
it
I
is on
do.
Manifestation. Awesome. Yeah. So you can go to leahthelifecoach.com in her
Ma-
products
slash
and for
manifestation game.
manifestation.
Hmm.
Yeah. /manifestation game.
Hmm.
You can go to the websites. I do have different variations as far as the manifestation game, a manifestation game, your manifestation games.
They
You got
all
with
lead
the
back to
dash.
us.
Yeah, yeah. We secured that when we secured the trademark just to kind of keep a brand singularity. So the pre-order physical game is available on manifestationgames.com and also on Leah's site, and it will be soon on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
As soon as we get that set
we're
up, the
we're
digital
taking
version.
orders immediately, and then if we get enough
Yes.
orders, as fast, like if we got all of the orders tomorrow, we would get the order out tomorrow, and we would have it in your hands, in 2 to 3 weeks. But our pre-sales are at a goal that we need to meet. So we're just trying to get pre-sales, get a little engine flowing. So we will be reaching out for people to come into that pre-sale, and we will be like giving you something extra for giving us this push in this venture of the manifestation games journey. So if you were interested, or if it sparked you at all in the least bit, this is going to be the time to step in and purchase it now, because it's going to be the cheapest it's going to be.
Hmm.
You're going to be welcome into the family as one of the honorary manifestors, supporters, and we will start to give you new editions as they come out, because there are going to be very many editions of this game. There's not one edition. There's going to be one that fits you. There's going to be, different versions, different ways to play it, infinite ways even to play it, and develop your powers, because we have infinite powers to develop. So if we can get through the first 100 orders, that's when we ship out the first. So what we're projecting, deliveries would be in March, if we go at the pace that we're going. If it picks up a lot of speed, we'll have deliveries out in as little as 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Man, this is awesome, man. I know it must be exciting for you. Uh because I mean, shoot, you're manifesting it. So uh
Yeah, right.
yeah, this is so cool. I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm a huge supporter. So anything
Thank
I can
you.
do to support you guys, let me know. So
Oh,
once again, Aaron, how can we get you on social media, and tell us again about the website?
You can get me on social media at many different places because I do a little bit of social media management. Aaron G. Riggs is my name. The G is an acronym. I have a mobile, which is one account. I have a public profile that you can follow. And you can find us on manifestationgame.com. You can find us on Facebook, Manifestation Game. I believe they gave us the name. I believe we are on Instagram. I'm not sure if it's the right, um, but you should be able to find us here soon on all the different platforms under Manifestation Game. And you can find me personal, Aaron G. Riggs,
Mm-hmm.
or Griggs is my public page. And
Mm-hmm.
then I want to do something. I want to make sure everyone knows that we're taking the net profits, and it's not just going in our pocket as a regular business. We are actually planning on taking 50% of the net profits to donate to charitable organizations, outreach. In fact, we have a gentleman that I know. Oh, Manifestation James. I don't know if he got the link. Um, I was trying to get him on, but the $3 out of every game sold goes to help an orphanage and a school so that they can have a farm and a home. And once things really get rolling,
Well,
like I said,
Well, Afriking is
pardon?
something that me and another partner is working on, another partner of Manifestation Games. And that's what he's trying to talk about. It's called Afriking, and we're helping 70 orphans in Africa that are living in the slums of Kenya. So we've come together in a partnership, and part of the proceeds go to helping these orphans, um, and it's really an amazing project. It's really going international and bonding together. We think that we're going to be super powerful. So Manifestation Games not only manifesting things for us in the company and people that purchase the game, but internationally in Africa and all across. So you can check that out too at afriking.com. afriking.com. We're just getting that up and going, but we've done a lot of donations to get them some land, get them in a new structured home, get some seeds planted so they can sustain themselves. So it is a definitely win-win to help support this game. So
Wow.
I hope you guys do, really do.
Well, that's amazing. And Leah, you're going to be on. Uh, you're
At 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Yeah. So looking
Yeah.
forward to that. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and looking forward to like I said, being a supporter and all you guys' success. So
Thank you so much.
all right, so we'll see Leah in an hour.
Awesome.
No, 2 hours. I'm sorry. And
Hey, Kinte, thank you so much for this opportunity. I love how you go on these platforms and you're the very first to do these 24-hour things. I don't know if people notice that, but you go on these platforms. This isn't the first, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. You are amazing, and it's an honor to be collaborating with you. And I look forward to doing many things with you in 2020.
thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Uh, on to the next.
Awesome